launch a fucking nuke at the United States, number one, they could cause only. It could be a catastrophic strike, but it would ensure that they literally.
The problem is they're not.
Yeah, I don't think they're that crazy though.
Well, they're attacking their neighbors. Doesn't that seem crazy to you?
No, I think that they're a threat to their neighbors, and I think they're a threat to Israel, but I don't think they're a threat to the United States.
But if they're a threat to their neighbors, which are supplying us oil, which really affects every aspect of our lives in some ways, in terms of transportation, in terms of defense, in terms of feeding ourselves, in terms of our industrial capability, that's a threat. In other words, our commercial interests are still our interests.
Sure,
but they're not existential.
Yes, but and that's the other thing that we knew what would happen is the Strait of Hormuz. That's like they can launch. I think they have a few cruise missiles people have to be worried about, but they don't have many of those. And they have a lot of drones and rockets, which only very few will actually make it through. But when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz or any of that, if we are not at war with them, they're generally not going to be closing off the routes. I mean, this is not something we have to fear during peacetime.
Did you know that they've done it before? They did it twice before. I've been doing mad research on this stuff. They did, so there's Operation Earnest Will in the 80s and Operation Praying Mantis in the 80s. In both cases, we actually had naval battles with them in those two operations. So they've done it before.
Yeah, I mean...
You got kicked out of Matt's room.
I think, BB kicked me out for calling him a name. That's fine.
Oh.
Pepe, I mean, if you think logically, and you look at the top GDP countries on the planet, and plus our World War II victory, and plus our involvement in the Middle East for the past 25 years, I can't understand why you're sitting here on a Friday afternoon flummoxed as to why the United States has decided to intervene and assert dominance. What planet do you live on?
It's unpopular with the Americans, dude. This is not...
It is unpopular, but why would it be unpopular with you?
Oh, because I feel like it's a bullshit war that is literally... And this is where I think there's a lot of dishonesty. This is something that will help Israel. It's Israel's biggest threat. It has been their biggest threat for decades.
How is it a threat to Israel?
Well, who funded? Who was giving aid to Hamas to let them do October 7th? Hezbollah can still fire rockets.
Okay.
And Iran can still fire rockets to you guys.
Yeah. So one threat to Israel is their funding of terror proxies, right? That's what you just said. Yeah. Anything else?
And of course they sent missiles
and the direct threat through missiles. Okay. So why do we think that? Well, is your subtle point here that you don't care if they do that?
No, my subtle point is that it's not. It is to the benefit of Israel, and I'm sick and tired of people putting a spin on it, trying to say, "Oh no, it's for America." No, it's not. Like we all do this. The biggest problem people like me have, and a lot of people that write for it, is at least if there was sincerity about it. Like, I know we're trying to.
So you don't mind a war? People don't like somehow. I mean, this is a little bit like a jealous sibling. Like, why not at all? It's not that you don't think that we should kick their ass. You do. It's just you don't like it because it benefits Israel.
No, I don't. I would never. Like I said, I did not want like a major attack. Why not? The fear was that it was going to become it's going to cause a lot of regional damage. It was going to end up tearing between us and we have a fairly good relationship with the Arab Gulf countries. Well, now I don't know about that.
Well, because we're the ones who are defending them. Israel and the United States, both coordinating through CENTCOM, are the ones who created the missile shield over, or it's like their own version of the Iron Dome.
Yeah, but that's also the reason why they're getting hit, because we struck Iran, and now they're leashing out at everybody.
I've heard that before, and to me that's very weird reasoning. So if I punch, I don't mean this personally, obviously, so I'm sure you'll allow the analogy. If I punch you, and then you go in the backyard and kick your dog, or punch your little brother, or go punch some rando on the street, you're blaming me for punching you?
to an extent, I mean, they realize that the alliance that those countries have with Israel, and it's no secret. It came out before the attacks that, or I think the day of the attacks, that MBS was also I guess trying to convince Trump to do the attack.
We've been firing missiles at their country from those countries, bro. It's not like they're just sitting there neutral.
But they're attacking the civilians in those countries.
But they don't.
They didn't fire missiles until Iran struck them. We've been firing from our naval assets because we didn't want to involve them.
I don't know what you expect to do. They don't. Do you think they have any way of delivering like a stealth way of delivery and with a pinpoint accurate rocket or missile? They don't. Well,
this is a weird question. Again, if I hit you and then you go find some rando in the street or your friends,
it's not a rando.
They're allies. They're Muslim brothers, and you go and hit your little brother, and then you blame me for what you say.
Well, the Sunnis are not
Muslim brothers. Well, they are and they aren't. This is the weird thing. The one thing that seems to allies them actually is hatred of Jews and Israel. And they hate Israel because it's Jewish sovereignty, and they hate the apocalyptic coming of absolute Muslim domination of the world. It's just a desire kind of thing.
I'm not gonna lie. There's like you see quite a bit of that going on with I don't know which Israelis they are, but I mean they're pretty open about talking about wanting to be not just a regional but like a global superpower.
Well, I don't know about global, but certainly we have become a regional superpower, particularly in the last few years.
Tart cherry, celery seed extract, Chonka Piedra.
But I just certainly don't need or desire. Like Israel is not going to want to take over any Muslim country because they're mostly all bigger. And so what are we going to do? Try to rule over 10 million Arabs? We don't even want to rule over Gaza. We left Gaza, which only has like, what, 1.5 million? Like Israel has no desire to rule over people who hate them. I mean,
so wait, Pepe, is your complaint that you don't like the gang? And so you're basically just, because technically everything can just be subdivided into gang warfare. So you're just angry with the gang, right, Pepe?
No, I don't want us to this is what I sort of think. Who's that speaking as at Chicago? To be Chicago cheeseburger. So Trump was kind of saying, you know how the Democrats love the people of color and transgender and gays and climate change and every other weird sort of kind of empty virtue signaling group of the month. Well, Trump was saying, no, I like you white guys. I like America first. It's sort of the subtext there is white guy. But by the way, a lot of minority folks also voted for him with that same like America first thing. And now it's not because Trump is kicking ass in Iran, because he is. And it's not because we're not succeeding in Iran, because we are. It's just that somehow some part of him doesn't like the Jews, doesn't like Israel, and so it just bothers them that the United States is allying with Israel. Like, they didn't really object to the Iraq war, if you remember, right?
Yeah, they really objected to it, though. But that's the difference, though, is that everybody was really against the war in Iraq by the mid to late 2000s.
At the end of it,
even the veterans. We're fucking serious about us staying in Afghanistan for 20 years, for us trying to nation build and even invade Iraq in the first place. Because we know there weren't any weapons of mass destruction. So we didn't want to get involved in wars in the Middle East again.
El Normo, I don't think you're ever going to get through to little Pepe here, because technically he's just a professional complainer, and you can't actually fix a professional complainer.
They're going to respond. I think I do get through to him, and I think I'm understanding him in a weird way.
You see, Pepe doesn't understand that hold on a second. Hold on. You don't understand that Trump has hold on. Trump has obliterated a terrible legacy of terrorism that was created when they raided our beautiful embassy. And so that's why I have to say is Pepe is actually just voicing the concern of the herd. The herd will always say war is bad and it's a racket. But the truth is it takes real leadership, real courage and strength to destroy bad behavior and legacy bad behavior at that. So what Pepe is actually just doing is complaining. This is Chicago Mayor. I am complete.
The juice just has to be worth the squeeze. I hate the IRGC. It could be like very quick, minimal effort. The IRGC's overthrown and they're gone. That would be, nobody's against that. Nobody likes Iran or
what about if we beat the hell out of them, but we don't kill them?
Obviously, my hope would be that the IRGC is overthrown. Now that it's started, but like
we know how
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, regime change is a very big ask. Now, I will tell you, and this has not been widely reported, but because it's actually out there, because I'm listening to various Mossad chiefs, various CIA chiefs, various former generals of CENTCOM, like Frank McKenzie. And first of all, the apparatus, the architecture for bringing down this regime is far more advanced than anybody is admitting. And the CIA is on the ground there now, as is Mossad. There are cracks in the edifice of this regime. People are not showing up for work. Obviously, the leadership has been destroyed, then destroyed again, then destroyed again. So I would say we don't have boots on the ground, but we have black shoes on the ground, meaning our operatives, Mossad and CIA, doing everything they can to see if they can encourage the real boot to bring this regime down. They're trying.
Secrets, maybe many people doesn't know here. He's acting like the CIA and the Mossad. They are badass, smart. That's not true. No, that's not true. Let me correct you.
The achievements have been breathtaking. Bringing down, taking out. Imagine the penetration to bring down. What was the guy's name again now? Larigia, Soleimani, Nasrallah.
I agree. But
Ayatollah Khamenei.
Yeah, I let you talk for all the time. Can you give me at least a freaking minute?
I agree with you, El Normo. These are incredible accomplishments on behalf of military intelligence.
Make your point.
Okay, so I don't know if you live in Israel before or not, or if you have a connection. There is a village, multiple places in Israel, the mafia killing each other, and they make a mass murder in Israel, especially a city called.
The link in the chat. I'll have to Google that one.
All right, dude, do I have to kick you down, dude? Shut the fuck up and let him finish.
Talking about what? The other mafia, the Russian mafia, what?
Okay, so the Shabak doesn't even know how to arrest them, but they can arrest someone living in Iran. Isn't it funny? Can you explain that to me?
Understand that Shabak is internal and Mossad is external. They're different organizations.
Yeah, because obviously they are failing. The Shabak cannot arrest a mafia, and they cannot stop the killing.
Okay, this is unrelated to Iran entirely.
No, I'm gonna give you just an example that this is how it's different. You have a mafia and you have a terrorist inside this.
You already gave that.
And they cannot arrest them.
It's not the same people. Shabak is the Shin Bet. Shabak is the nickname for Shin Bet.
No shit, Sherlock. I know it's different, but they are.
Then why did you do two unrelated organizations?
Because they are failing. They cannot stop the terrorism inside Israel.
I'm talking about the Mossad and the. Did you know, by the way, that the Mossad stole the nuclear program? I'm asking you a question.
Why did it know about October 7?
It was a failure. That's Shabak's failure.
Just one time. They failed one time.
No, you asked about one time. I answered you about one time. Did you go to college or anything? Because, again, it sounds like your reasoning ability is very limited. You're not reasoning correctly.
Good answer. Why they allow terrorism inside Israel? They cannot arrest those mafia.
What mafia are you talking about?
Multiple mafia. The Sechnin mafia.
Okay. Are they Arab or are they Russian or what are you talking about?
Oh, those Arab. You want the Jewish one? You want the Jewish one?
No, I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say.
They are mixed. Do you
understand that the CIA? Do you understand? Do you understand that the CIA is a different organization than the FBI?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Do you understand that the Shabak is a different organization than the Mossad?
Correct. Yes, it's totally different.
So why don't we talk about the Mossad? Let's talk about 2018 when Mossad stole the entire nuclear program records, 100,000 documents from Tehran, went into the building in Tehran, got all the documents out, and smuggled them out of the country. We have those documents.
The same document is called from the United States CIA, correct?
No, incorrect. It has nothing to do with the American CIA.
You don't have traitors, Israelis.
What's up there? Are you on to another topic now?
No, you're talking about like acting like those Mossad are smart ass stealing from Iran.
Well, yeah, they're probably the best intelligence organization on the planet. Huh?
They don't steal. They don't steal from the United States CIA. You don't have a traitor.
Okay, so you're changing the topic again?
Okay, continue.
Okay, so you're questioning the penetration of the CIA and the Mossad into Iran. Are you questioning that?
Can I have one chance?
No, you're agreeing with it. So if you're agreeing with it, then your point is that we're not perfect, right? We're human beings, we're not perfect. I agree with you. Nobody's perfect, except for God. Any other point?
Norma, I hate to disagree with you, but Bibi Netanyahu and Donald Trump are perfect. And they're just a little bit below the level of God, in my opinion. I know it's not a fact.
Yeah, of course, you're gonna defend the pedophile supporter. Of course. Do you love?
Are you projecting your own culture right now and your own personal behavior? Hello?
You're defending a pedophile supporter, so I don't know.
Dumpster fire.
Who's a pedophile?
He's
He ended the room. He couldn't take it.
I'm more mature now. Like I care about certain shit. Like
Pepe! We made him explode. The Pepe implosion.
You guys are fucking and whatnot. You guys are together at that moment. Why not be like, okay, you know what? We too grown for this shit. Let's stop. Let's try to figure. Let's see what we can figure something out. Like, you know what I mean?
Pepe implodes.
We wanted to rule over Gaza. We left Gaza, which only has like what, 1.5 million? Like we wanted to rule over Gaza. We left.
Pepe implodes.
We're pissing on China.
I see them all things like, but I get it, you know. And then you got some people. I guess they got a thing now on here where you get paid, that you can get paid or something like that. And one guy, like, that's what they talk about. Like, if I guess they trying to make it seem like they're gonna get super paid. Like, yeah, you know. And I'm like, okay. I mean, no, I know, but it's like how you don't. But when you say they're not, they think you're hating or you know what you're talking about. It's like, first of all, you don't even have a big room. You think somebody's gonna pay $20 a month for something or $50 a month to be in your room? Like, whoever does that has a sickness.
true.
what's up?
Oh, somebody at the bottom. Okay.
Nah, you good, man. Focus on the road, brother.
Oh yeah.
Right now, we're pissing off.
Now I'm just pinging people in there. Yeah, it's bullshit.
Well, the money thing on here is stupid because if they just actually made it like a tipping thing, or even like it's just so stupid. They do everything, in a way that makes it inefficient or actually usable. So their product innovations, whether it's a monthly subscription or gold coins, they're never going to make it off of that. But they're already making it off of just selling all the data because the government wastes a huge amount of money buying data from stupid third-party data brokers that buys this app's stupid fucking useless data.
Right. And it's funny that you say that because the data or the information, they have it from other platforms. Like if we on other stuff, whether it's Facebook or just your credit card, right, which they sell, like you bought my name 10 times for like, you know what I'm saying, from different places. So it's like that's recycled.
It's just because the government has so much money to spend, and Microsoft says, "Oh, we got more data. You can buy more data." So this app is literally. It's amazing that it is still alive, but I think that it will go into syndication eventually and shut down because the data broker buying spree will eventually fade, and it'll be very, very specific. No, because no one who wants to advertise at a profit. If they don't run at a profit, they stop working with you. So eventually, the data that this app generates will become redundant, and there's no reason to continue buying it when you've already bought it 4 times over.
Come Chicago. What's going on, Dennis?
Yo, what up, Dennis? What's up, Rob?
Where you guys from, man?
What's up, y'all? I'm from Vegas, bro. Where y'all from?
Vegas. Vegas.
Yeah, I'm from New York, but I live in North Carolina now.
Carolina.
Shit, what's NC saying?
Who said they from North Carolina?
I live in North Carolina now. I'm not from there. I'm from New York. I'm from by Yankee Stadium in the South Bronx.
I never been to Carolina. I'm sorry.
Neither. That's why I'm asking. What's Carolina like?
Oh, I didn't know you said that. My bad, Ron. Yeah, my bad. But Carolina,
we had a world tournament down there in Carolina. I was down in Charlotte, man. We had a tournament down there. And it's a cool town, man.
What kind of tournament?
Brothers, and you know when you hear a little brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll be back in, I think, next year. We'll be back. Because this year it's going to be in Illinois. Yeah,
CBS News said.
That's really cool, bro.
Wish I got to do some shit like that, man.
He's in some kind of drive. Shit.
Nah, I be driving too much any goddamn way. It's my only auto driver. Nah, man. Me and my family, we got an auto shop. We do like plastic car restorations for the movies.
Before they were
And there's all this auto stuff. We got a custom auto shop, so we be in.
And where you from?
Vegas.
Oh, you don't want to say Vegas. My bad. Yeah. I just thought it was Genesis saying this in Vegas.
Announcing that property taxes citywide will drop 15% starting January 1st. We're eliminating the water tax entirely. Chicago is open, affordable. Good morning, Chicago.
Because I'm sitting here and the young lady brought up, she got glasses. I started talking about.
It's actually not pronounced Megatron. It's pronounced Megatron.
Start off because I just got tired of
Hello?
and sold everything.
Hello? Like fries with that.
I said shit.
Yeah.
And that's
What's your order?
72 shit.
I usually get the number 6, which is 2 cheeseburgers.
That's what I got right now.
Large cup.
I got it.
You know,
Hey, man, It's a beautiful car, man. You can't blame me. You can't blame me now.
What you got under the hood?
Not much, to be honest, man. I'm trying to keep the street legal. I'm not trying to do too much with it. You know, just trying to get me from point A to point B, but it just looks good. That's enough for me.
Listen, Speaker, members of this Congress.
I just want to emphasize how critical it is that everyone get.
What if I tell you, man? What if I tell you, man? We had a client come in with a Grand National. I ain't never seen a Grand National. That was in pristine condition, and he wanted us to do some work on it. And I was more than happy to. I just never seen it. I've always seen a couple of Grand Nationals in and around town. I never seen one that was just. How do I say? I would drive this car. Right? New rims. Sound system, you name it.
But it was no, they didn't have any door panels. It was a back of 6x9s.
That sounds good.
So it was 6x9s and those. Yo, you gotta show me some love, brother. I was
Broad Acres, come on, Broad Acres, man. That's what we look to.
I would show you your shit out and give you.
Mama said she think that I'm a thug.
Yo,
Hey,
that's right.
that's all right, man. We giving out deals, man. Business is booming. I'll tell you what. I'm very happy. You know what it is? Some people might look at me as if it's fucked up for saying this, but I'm really happy ICE is in town. Because they are just fucking up everyone's cars.
Breaking news.
They are
Donald Trump is in total shock live on TV. What just happened in Washington has the entire country talking.
Well, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna put something up there. We're gonna put 5 people in. We're gonna talk some bad shit. And I would say that. Ooh, which one was better, Grand National or the Mountain Cargo?
If you ask me, I'm going with the Grand National. You can get a lot of that car, I'm telling you. You a lot of like crazy. Monte Carlo, I'll say that's it's a little bit too, how do I say it? A little bit too old. That's a car I would drive if I'm trying to get off the grid. Grand National, that's how I roll up into the city.
Well, what year? You go 84, 85.
I'll go 85.
Okay.
I like the body of it, that's why.
They had it.
That's a lot of shit.
You know it.
They called you and tell you
man.
to take great care of it.
But
But
I
I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I gotta go
You
piss.
know it.
I'm not gonna run my mouth.
You know your shit, man, but sorry to derail the conversation. We going into the cars and stuff like that. Nah, you going into the cars and stuff like that.
Discussion, brother.
You know, it's an open discussion, but I don't know what we were talking about. We're talking about the government. I'm like, ooh, this is a real conversation we got going on.
I don't want to go into that side. I don't want to go into religion and politics. We just hanging out, man. Just chilling. Because you're going to have a whole lot of idiots going to say some stupid shit.
It's a lot of shit.
And it's going to be a racial conversation. No, I'm not doing that shit.
Is that a you problem? What I mean?
Y'all talking about y'all classic, y'all talking about y'all classic cars. I'm not into the classic cars. Like, I could look at them, but I don't never care to own any of them. But I could appreciate it. If somebody's driving one, I'm like, oh, that looks nice. You know what I'm saying?
Why not? Why not, Rob?
You know, to be honest, I don't know. Like, I don't have like a real reason. Like I said, it's not like I don't like them. I like them. If I see it, I can appreciate it. You know, I've been around people who got, and they look nice. I'm like, well, that look.
I told you what I know more or less about the guy. He's a postmodernist philosopher, and he debated postmodernists. And I don't do that. The enemies of my enemy.
basically aneurysm or brain bleed and stuff. So he went on about his whole story.
I heard you say Southern slur twice. I didn't hear you say drunk. My bad.
I do like how we get all the drunks that show up here just randomly coming in all the time.
Hey, it's Friday. I'm about to be one of the. I'm getting ready for my party right now.
Oh yeah, that's my fiance. She's already drunk. She's already out.
Hey.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody! I just want to let you all know that Bitcoin is not the real-time indicator. You guys have created every stupid Bitcoin room title ever conceived under the sun, and you guys are still fucking hypnotized with your bullshit called Bitcoin. Wake up! It's called the U.S. dollar, dummy. It ain't big.
Power is the maybe Ivy League, but more of a ghetto Ivy League. That's what I would call it.
Oh, so what you're not gonna do? Hold on. Because what you're not gonna do?
What you're not gonna do is say hello. Bitcoin.
In the trunk on pipe. All night. Real slow, but I rap real fast. Old drum machine and a whole lot of bass. Stripped it down to a kick and a snare and a low end way. Put a bin in the air. I'm the one in black with a grin in the plan. I get my bitch crowd in my head, not too fancy. Baby, straight to the bone, make a car like jump.
Dennis.
Better act like that old school bass with a cold cut rap. Chrome flash, once in the corner like sticky and creep like it walk all night. Try snare hit with a slap, no kiss. Whole groove built on a little like this. I don't need much, just space in the powerful war song of Megatron, the supreme master and commander of the known-like universe.
I heard that. It's all right. No level up with it. When can you get a story?
only slept for 5 hours. Been 6 days since your sunflowers. There's 7 reasons I shouldn't go back to you. I know. I told you on the 8th that I wanna break my take backs. That night I watched you cry. My eyes were dry, but I hope you know. Go play on the table. Mama working 2 shifts, eyes fatal. Bill so louder than a Presley state. Hope kept bouncing like a rental day. Hand me down shoe. 3 in the morning. But you, who have defied the law, you who have conquered by subtlety or force, I am the God who giveth all. Listed by all. Look, kind. Don't I ask you to sacrifice nothing at mine altar. I am the God who giveth all. 21 light, love, force, fantasy, fire. This do I bring you. Mine hands are free. There is joy in the setting out. There is joy in the journey. There is joy in the goal. 20 only if ye are sorrowful, or weary, or angry, or discomforted. Then ye may know that ye have lost the golden thread. The thread wherewith I guide you to the heart of the groves of Eleusis. My disciples are proud and beautiful. They are strong and swift. They rule their way like mighty conquerors. 25. The weak, the timid, the imperfect, the cowardly, the poor, the tearful. These are mine enemies, and I am come to destroy them. This also is compassion, an end to the sickness of earth, a rooting out of the weeds, a watering of the flowers. 25. Oh, my children, ye are more beautiful than the flowers. Ye must not fade in your season. 28. I love you. I would sprinkle you with the divine dew of immortality. 29. There's no vain hope beyond the grave. I offer you the certain consciousness of bliss. 30. I offer it at once on earth before an hour had struck upon the bell.
Legendary.
You shall be with me in the
Fire!
that are beyond decay.
There's a lot of us who they
conjure you tenderly to take great care of your majesty as consumptive. If your life is for a long time,
And I am come against sorrow.
they will be like, you got a few screws loose, don't you? I'll be like, I do.
11, I pour you lustral wine, that giveth you delight, both at the sunset and it was I give you that of which earth and its joys are but as shadow. 14, they flee away, but my joy abideth even unto thee. 15,
There's its first quantity of 25 kilograms.
beneath a mask, I am a black and terrible God.
Battle of Giants. This is the
He shall lay down your heads upon mine altar, expecting the sweep of the sword. But the first kiss of love shall be radiant on your lips, and all my darkness and terror shall turn to light and joy. 19.